Hey guys, welcome back. This is the Dual Threat Podcast on the Holy City High Podcast channel. I'm your host, your boy Nappy Nick. I'm back with Ryan Davies, Matthew,
and that's it. Nobody else needs to be announced.
and Mr. Transfer Porter King himself, Mr. Buck. Welcome, gentlemen.
What's going
Happy
on?
holidays to you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Kwanzaa. Well, Kwanzaa's Happy Hanukkah right now. Kwanzaa's
Hanukkah, fine. Whatever.
Next. Welcome back, guys. It's been a little while. Didn't go through rivalry week. Haven't seen you in glad to have you back. But guess what? It is December. When it's December, that means it is postseason time for college football. As you know, we got college football playoff round 1 coming up. But before we take a dive into those teams, we had some controversy. Let me see if I can actually pull up the bracket. Should have had that ready before.
Always unprepared, that one.
Hey, on Black People Time,
You're just the one that sets up the show. That's all I'm saying. The only one who knows what's coming up before it happens.
I don't even know what's coming up before it happens.
You get our 30-minute notice of be ready.
Hey, man, shit. Keep you on your toes, It's a true show. We don't like the prep. Let's wing it. All right.
Original only.
Original only. All right, there we go. Should a good start. All right, as you can see on the screen, we do got zoom out a little bit. College football bracket. Round 1, we do have 4 games. First game's tomorrow night, followed by 3 games over the weekend, starting with Alabama traveling to Norman, Oklahoma, SEC matchup, followed by I don't even know. 12 o'clock, Miami, Texas A&M, ACC versus SEC matchup, followed by Tulane traveling down I-10? Think so. Whatever. Tulane traveling down to Ole Miss, American Conference versus SEC. Then James Madison going across the entire damn country to take on Oregon and Eugene. Right in the private chat. Oh, okay. Matt, I concur with that in the chat.
Okay.
That'd be down probably after we go through the games.
Yep.
Fellas, before we do get started, let's talk about the big controversy with a team that was in their feelings and decided not to participate in bowl season. James Madison jumped, due to a bunch of things. Duke win the ACC conference, beating Virginia ACC championship game. 5-loss Duke team was ranked. That allowed James Madison to slide in as the 5th conference champion to get the automatic qualified spot, which kicked out Notre Dame due to Notre Dame having a loss on the head-to-head with Miami, since both teams were pretty much right beside each other. Now, the controversy is that, like, Florida State fans would feel pretty familiar about that. Notre Dame was ranked ahead of them for the last, 2 or 3 or 4 weeks.
Turn his camera off.
To finally see Miami jump them in the final rankings. I'll leave it, Buck. What are your thoughts? I guess the rules technically got it right. And I'm actually proud that they actually stick to the rules, which is something the College Football Playoff Committee never does. But was it justified?
Yes and no. Is Notre Dame better than, James Madison? Yeah, I think so. Should Notre Dame join a conference? A full conference? Yes. But even think about it. Even if Virginia beats Duke, we're still talking about Notre Dame being left out. Miami would still be in with Virginia. Notre Dame's left out. Does it suck? Yeah, but when you lose 2 to start the season, and you're also getting punished for losing those 2 very close games, but that's just the way it works. It doesn't matter if it's week 1 or week 12. Now, did they not play and did they not go up? Yes. Did Alabama only drop, 1 spot or no spots? Yeah.
No spot.
I do think we need to try to figure out if the championship game, like if we're going to lock it, we need to do it before the championships.
Oh, how about you, Brian?
Well, first of all, kind of what Mr. Buck brought up there. Why was
that can't be true.
Why was 3 lost to Alabama in there at all? They said they're one of the best teams.
SEC.
Notre Dame. Okay, fine. Notre Dame's opponent's winning percentage was over 52%. Alabama's opponent's winning percentage was 38. I think. It just means more. Nobody Alabama played could beat anybody else. Notre Dame at least played opponents who finished with a winning record over majority of their season. Boise State, Pitt, Navy. I mean, their 2 losses ended up both being in the playoffs between Texas A&M and Miami. I don't know. I'm confused by that one, but in fairness, yeah, Notre Dame did lose 2 games. Beginning of the season, then they went on a 10-win run.
Just join a conference.
I still don't see how a conference would have benefited them. There's a chance that they could have had a worse opponent winning percentage if they had been in the ACC this year. The ACC, Duke won it. Yeah, I mean, it was a cannibalized conference from top to bottom.
I mean, Duke won on technicality. Well, not technicality in the game. It did.
You're a technicality.
The D beat Virginia, but I don't know if
I think Notre Dame wins the ACC.
Yeah, hands down. Or at least
Notre Dame probably wins the ACC.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can't. Well, no, they'd be in a tiebreaker because they lost to Miami.
But what I am,
they went 6-0 in the ACC play. So I mean, they would have had a better record than anybody else anyway.
They went 6-1.
Oh, sorry, 5-1. Yes, 5-1.
5-1.
So the one thing I'm tired of hearing about is Notre Dame crying that the ACC did not push for them like they did Miami.
That ain't their responsibility.
Well, no shit.
You're not in the conference.
In the football conference.
Yeah.
Notre Dame's just, we're just carrying you guys along for 6 games a year.
Yeah.
Who do you expect them to push for? The team that's going to bring them money or the team that just kind of halfway participates in 18 other sports or 22 other sports for the conference?
I mean,
I agree wholeheartedly. Yeah. Why would the All Coast Conference fight for Notre Dame, who doesn't
they're not on a coast.
Any revenue for them outside of 6 television appearances a year? They don't get any portion of the sales and merchandising. They don't have any incentive to go to bat for Notre Dame, but they have every incentive to go to bat for Miami. They get to monetize anything Miami gets in that appearance.
I mean, for the sake of how the structure of the college football playoff is set up, the right thing was done by the committee. But as far as a TV product, there's no way James Madison should be in this playoff.
No.
Stuff Notre Dame was the better team. But did they deserve to be over Miami? You can make the argument for Alabama, but the difference I would say with Alabama is that Alabama, beat Georgia in the regular season on the road. So even that loss in the SEC championship kind of balances out.
Okay, but they lost to Florida State. Florida State is a worse loss than either Texas A&M or Miami.
Yeah,
but what win does Notre Dame has over?
Again, their opponents had one more games. Their opponents had better records.
Yeah, but they got to win over a playoff team.
Hey, they beat Pittsburgh.
They beat Pittsburgh.
It wasn't ranked in the season.
They were ranked when they beat them.
Well, they beat them, yeah, but in the season,
beat Southern Cal, who's ranked then.
Yeah, and Miami beat them too.
You asked me who they beat that was ranked.
Yeah, I mean, fair point.
Was Navy not ranked when they beat them?
They were ranked when they beat them.
Okay, should I continue or?
I mean, I can argue Alabama wins.
But again, Alabama's opponents didn't have a winning record. when you put all 12 opponents together, they did not have a winning record between them.
Notre Dame lost by 4. Alabama lost by more than that to just Oklahoma.
Yeah. I mean, I'm arguing that. They lost to 2 playoff teams. One. Who was their third loss? I know FSU and Oklahoma. What was the other loss?
Georgia.
Yeah, I can't fault them on that. Hey, Notre Dame, if you want to make the playoff, beat Texas A&M, beat Miami. You know?
But they lost to both of them away games.
Yeah.
So by 4 points.
So they beat. So their best wins was Southern Cal, Pitt, and Navy. 3 wins. Then the rest of the ACC.
Alabama lost by 24 to a 5-7 Florida State.
That was 17.
Excuse me, 31-17.
Yeah,
you helped them not make that into
We let them score. We felt bad.
If you want to make the argument that Alabama also looked pretty bad going down the stretch too, like it's kind of hard if they want to make stuff, but also the reality of it, this is an invitational and they want eyes on the show, so like they need something to sell. Not saying that Notre Dame couldn't sell either.
I was going to say, I'd argue Notre Dame could definitely put up numbers similar to Alabama in terms of TV fans.
But guess what? Notre Dame put up
more.
Yeah. I mean,
there's nobody in the Midwest. And if you're Catholic, you're pretty much obligated to be a Notre Dame
fan. It'd be 50. Yeah, but Roll Tide, all Alabama. That's ESPN.
I hate both of them, so.
Yeah, I'm not
yeah, exactly. That's ESPN. I mean, these are the 2 teams who I believe have the most championships between them.
You add in Ohio State, and you've got the trifecta Matt really does not care about.
But just like the 3rd team with the most championships.
And then we add South Carolina in as the 4th.
I guess you just
team,
get better at Clemson when you don't win as often as you'd like.
What'd you say? Well, Mr. 5-7 and 4-8 over there.
Oh Lord!
Hey, I'm still here though.
I know why you were so mad about Notre Dame not getting in with their 2 losses and opting out, because that was the last winning season Florida State had.
It's 2 years ago.
Yeah, so long.
So long.
Hey, we just got one more year of struggle, then we'll be back, baby. We'll be back. But with that being said, go into this. So both seasons had a lot of opt-outs. Notre Dame's not participating because they're in the felons. In addition to that, you have a lot of like the calendar with college football is so messed up that you have a lot of coaches have to take jobs, including teams that are currently in the playoff, where they're taking new positions. So they essentially are at 2 schools at one time right now during this transition to the holidays and stuff. Bowl season, is it dead? What recommended changes we think can get participation? We got 2 weeks of people being off work, or at least mostly off work, or at least going to be at home chilling with the family or something, need something on TV, besides the NFL and NBA. Are there any changes that can be made to kind of redeem this, or since like the college football playoff is really the only focus now, should it be expanded? Should the calendar be adjusted? Matt, I'll let you take first dibs of this.
Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and eliminate all the bowl games. And yeah, that's however many bowl games we have. There's like 30-something now. But I'm going to revamp it. I'm going to do every team.
30, there's 61.
Whatever. I don't make up your own number. I don't care. Stats are all made up anyways, right? So
that's not a stat.
It's whatever you want it to be. Yeah, you're wrong. So everything's a playoff game now. All however many bowls Ryan said, 61, whatever. You make the season a little bit shorter, and then college championships or the conference championships don't really matter as much because you're in the bowl game or you're in the playoff. And then everything's a playoff game. You'll have 1 versus, if Ryan said 61, so that makes what?
Sorry, 41. 41. I'm
41. Oh, damn. 40. My 30 number was a lot closer. Who'd have thought
it was a lot
versus Ryan? Anyways, so you make it a playoff game. number 1 seed gets to pick whoever they want to play, and so on down the list. So then you don't have to worry about people opting out or people entering the draft, or hell, people might not even enter the transfer portal if they're playing or if they're a starter, because guess what? They've still got bowl games. And it also helps you not have 40 people opting out. Clemson's down 27 guys that have either entered the draft, transfer portal, or hurt right now. Yeah, whatever. It's against Penn State and the Bad Boys Motors Bowl or whatever. It's fine. Playoff, they might not be entering the transfer portal, and you get to see all these other teams play.
How about you, Ryan?
I disagree.
Shocker.
I mean, it's easy to disagree when my biggest opponent is always wrong.
Really? Because you said 61 bowl games. That would be 122 teams.
I did say that on live broadcast. I certainly did.
Exhibit A.
Mistakes were made.
Stay tuned.
I'm an exaggerator. That's different. All right?
No, he didn't. He genuinely thought there were 61 games.
If you go around into some of these, especially some of these older stadiums, your Michigan States, your Texas, you see banners for old bowl victories because they used to have substance behind them. I say reduce bowl season, cut that number even smaller, make it 20, make it 16 outside of the playoffs. It's an extra 32 teams. You got to actually fight for that spot. That means something now. Increase the amount of payout or whatever it is, give an incentive to performing in the bowl game through NIL, let the sponsors decide how to distribute those earnings. But there are ways to keep players without getting rid of the entire bowl concept.
Okay. I like both your proposals. So y'all ready to hear the real answer? So the real answer,
FSU doesn't go to bowl games, so what Ryan says doesn't.
You're right. We only go to championships.
When was that? 2016?
2013. Thank you. There has been no football
even
since.
Longer.
There's been no football since then.
Yeah, we have invitations now. I think the best way to kind of keep bowl games essentially is essentially shorten the season and move bowl games to August.
Go away, Paul Feinbaum. Get Paul Feinbaum your butt right outside.
Get out
of here.
Yeah, I mean they're already
outside of conference. If you cut the schedule back, then you only play conference.
Yeah.
No.
First, let me finish my thought.
There's already a bias in conference. Okay, fine.
First, let me finish my thought over here. God, jumping the gun over here. God.
You guys don't shut up.
The holiday spirit over here. So I was really interrupted. Fans. So what really should happen is
I made really good eggnog.
Move the bowl games, treat them as preseason games, exhibition games, because they're already exhibition games, no matter however you want to find them. Kind of a preseason, just like the NFL does. Starting in early August, neutral sites, get the fan base excited. You move the base up. The reason why I say move the season up is because get rid of conference championship games. And I'm talking about expanding the playoff too, from 12 teams to honestly minimal 16. If you want to make an argument for a 2014 playoff, I wouldn't be against it because the FCS does it already. And essentially, you will have the entire month of December commit to a playoff every week. You have people engaged, people are out of school, people are going to be home to be able to watch it. You're also not competing with the NFL to it, and your championship game is New Year's weekend, not midway through January. So that helps your calendar out. So there's not coaches pretty much working two jobs at the same time when they're trying to go for a championship. Well, one coach not even doing that, Lane Kiffin. Trying to go for a championship with the present day school they are supposed to be committed to. Like that's be my proposal. I'm not the person to come up with that. I've heard that. To me, I think that makes the most sense.
Yeah, no, I think it's absolutely ridiculous. He got to leave Ole Miss,
like in their best season they have,
or that he even wanted to.
Yeah.
So
Well, I can't blame him for taking LSU. Like, I'm not gonna fall for that.
I'm gonna let Buck go first, but I got a few hammers to break your wall down.
So we're doing preseason games. So of those top 15 teams that were going to be in your preseason rankings, how many are no longer in that top 12? Hell, they can go top 20. How many of them are not ranked anymore?
From the beginning of the season?
Preseason.
I know South Carolina, Arizona State were out.
Texas, Penn State, Clemson. Those are your top 3. They're all gone. So your top 3 you've wasted. Then you have LSU, who was 8. Notre Dame was 6, fell out of the playoff. Oh, Arizona State, South Carolina, Michigan, Illinois were your top 15 teams that are no longer ranked.
Yeah.
And Florida was 16. I'll include them in this conversation.
Yeah, and not only that, like, think about the difference right now between number 5 and number 24. Like, it's probably
the closest it's ever been.
But maybe this year.
No, I think it's going to be. This is the standard.
24.
Yeah, I mean, outside what Ohio State,
FCS has smaller conferences. They have more conferences. They're more geographically located. It makes more sense for them to have a bigger expanse. Now that you have these big mega conferences, you should probably focus more on the conference championship than a preseason matchup, especially if the conference wins are going to
See, my argument with that would be, and that's the problem, because you want to get rid of the committee. Like, you don't want people deciding. You want the player on the field to decide who goes. So, like, to me,
but somebody has to still pick.
No, so the proposition for me would be automatic berths. Like, hey, if you're the SEC and the Big Ten, hey, your top 4 goes automatically. Stuff. If you do, let's say if you do 16 teams, let's say 16. 16 to me would be top 4 out of the ACC. No, the top 4 out of the Big Ten and SEC goes. That's 8 teams right there.
But see, then again, now you're separating conferences. You know, like the playoffs pay everybody equally. So if you're not equally distributing as many,
are the conferences equal?
Not
legitimately. The ACC was trash this year. Like, the ACC outside Miami, like, the rest of the league was pretty bad.
It was pretty bad.
It's like there was only one.
I argue if Virginia had won, they would have deserved a spot in the playoffs.
Yeah, they didn't.
No, they didn't. You're right. They didn't. I'm just saying. I argue that if they had won, they would have deserved one.
I can't do the what ifs. I worry about the actual results on the field. I'm just saying.
I'm saying, you know, if you put automatic 4 in, what if there's a 3-way tie for second place? You know, how do you just or a 4-way tie for third place?
That's up to the conference to decide. Like, worst case, hell, have a player game for self-conference championships.
That sours relationships between the school and the conference if you don't get picked.
Same relation the ACC has with Notre Dame right now.
And Florida State and Clemson and pretty much.
I'm just saying, like,
it seems like the same thing, but with more steps and more people.
No, it would be like if you did like you have 4 teams in the Big Ten, 4 teams in the SEC. That's 8 teams, right? 2 teams in the ACC, at least all Mad Burbs. That's 10. 2 in the Big 12. That's 12. Group of 5.
But again, that's not equal conferences.
Let me finish. Group of 5, automatic top league. That's 13. Then the other 3 spots are at-large spots, and you take them out of the top 20 teams. You do a rankings no matter what. You have a top.
You left the Big 12 out completely.
No, I said 2 teams. 2 teams from the ACC, 2 teams from the Big 12, all Mad Burbs. Then you have 3 spots for an at-large spot. If there's a strong conference this year, the SEC is deep, or the Big Ten is deep, or the ACC is a little bit stronger.
So if they pick me to be in that, why the hell am I playing the rest of the year?
Playing what?
Yeah.
Why am I playing in a game? I've already been picked by the ACC to go out there and win there. I am not injuring a starter.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I
do not want to accrue extra injury.
I mean, what do you mean by that? No.
Did you not just say the ACC would pick 2 teams? Hey, you got 2 teams automatically. We could fight. You know, who's the top 2 rated teams?
No. You play the conference schedule. Like, not the conference schedule.
You said it was preseason.
Huh?
You said it was a preseason pick. They haven't played.
No. This is like this would be like automatic bursts for the playoff.
So you're saying before the year they're granted 2, not, you know. All right, kickoff is tomorrow. The ACC has selected our two teams.
No.
before the
They
first kickoff.
played the
That's
schedule.
the way it made it seem. Was the ACC was just going to pick two?
No.
And weren't the bowl games supposed to be played before the season?
It's preseason. Yeah, preseason.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not risking injury to any of my players for a bowl game preseason. Absolutely not.
I'm just talking about options.
I'm opting out.
I mean, that's the option. I'm talking about. No, this would be like okay. I mean, this would be like a bowl game, South Carolina State versus South Carolina. Like if you care about saving,
or in the middle of the year,
that's just a regular game. Why am I paying extra to go to a sponsored bowl game?
You're on 10-game regular season.
So hold on, where is South Carolina and South Carolina State going? Are we playing at the Myrtle Beach Bowl?
I apologize. We both had way better ideas.
No, y'all bowl game. My ideal is that play on the field is not. Play on the field is like it makes perfectly good sense. Like, all I'm saying is, like if I went by that rule, this year, that means like who are the top 4 teams in the Big Ten? That's Oregon, Indiana, Ohio State, and maybe Michigan or Washington.
It was Michigan.
Washington was 6, yeah.
Yeah. So it'll be Michigan. They'll be in the 4. SEC, what?
Bama, Georgia, Texas A&M, and South Carolina preseason.
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. No, Ole Miss was.
Ole Miss finished. Ole Miss was predicted to finish 7th.
Yeah.
I'm not talking preseason, guys.
I was LSU.
I'm not talking preseason.
What are we talking? You just said they were playing bowl games.
Oh God, y'all.
Nick's got.
Let me restate this.
South Carolina.
I am so sorry for the people that are watching this.
And the Duke's Mayo Bowl.
Co-hosts who don't understand what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the bowl games are just exhibition games in the preseason for the college football. For the college football playoff.
Who would do it?
After the regular season.
Not if my whole schedule requires me to win the conference. Absolutely not.
I don't give a damn about the bowl games. I want them at
neither would anybody else.
Yeah. Well, that's where it's going to, no matter what.
In that case, go with Buck and just throw them out.
Yeah. No, hey, I didn't say throw them out. We were just doing. Yeah. We get to play them at a home game.
I mean, if they're so pinned up on keeping them, because they're going to say that hey, our relationships with these bowls and stuff we have for decades. Yeah, I'm trying to give them an alibi to do it, but personally, I think they're useless at this point.
Personally, the Myrtle Beach Bowl, we have Coastal Carolina playing Furman. Y'all come out and watch.
I would watch that. I wouldn't go to it
from here. Okay, the Birmingham Bowl, we have UAB playing Troy. You got interest now?
Yeah, I'm watching that. No.
All right. Yeah. That's what Nick's doing, essentially. He's just having preseason teams. Oh, we've got South Carolina State playing South Carolina like they don't already do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, have y'all not seen the attendance at these bowl games so far that have played? They're empty as hell.
Well,
what's the difference?
Yeah, I mean,
who has played?
You had Troy and Jacksonville State play in freaking where's the Veterans Bowl in Shreveport.
Woohoo! That's a high town to go to.
Hey, Shreveport's a good town. 50 Cent's based there with his production studio. Don't disrespect Louisiana like that.
No, I just did.
I'm
just saying,
Delaware and Louisiana playing in New Mexico. Like, of course nobody's going, Yeah.
So I'm just saying, hey, my deal is probably the best out of the 3. That's what I'm saying.
I think Buck and I speak for the group as a whole. That I think you might have finished 3rd in that race.
I'm gonna let the people decide. So
here's the question: who's the biggest team that's played so far, in your opinion?
Washington.
Yeah, Washington, Boise. And there's nobody at that game. That was in Vegas.
No, it was in California.
Even it was in LA.
Yeah. But South Florida is probably the largest school.
Oh, yeah. Student body, South Florida,
right.
Sure. Yeah.
So they're going to have the largest alumni base of everybody that's played.
And Old Dominion's probably right there with them, honestly. Like Old Dominion's got a big student body.
And that's about it. You've had Troy, and then you've had Jacksonville State, Delaware, Louisiana, Washington, Boise, South Carolina State, who Nick wants to play everybody in the state.
Hey, they
Prairie View
national
A&M.
champs. HBCU national champs. Shout out to South Carolina State. Come back and win over Prairie View A&M.
But that's it. You've had nobody play, really.
Yeah, but okay, I'm going down the schedule. Who else is playing? Like, Gasparilla Bowl is traditionally a pretty decent bowl game. And, I mean, they're not bad teams, but Memphis and NC State's not selling tickets.
Like, Memphis, NC State's in Memphis.
No, that's in Tampa.
It's in Tampa.
Gasparilla. I'm sorry. I thought that was the Music City Bowl.
Florida boy.
Well, I thought it was the Music City Bowl they were playing.
He's drunk on the eggnog, folks.
It is the eggnog. It's not helping.
I'm just saying, like, the biggest bowl game that's not a playoff game might be Clemson and Penn State, and all their players are opting out.
I bet people go to Utah State, Washington State.
I'm willing to bet UConn Army's got a pretty good thing at the Fenway Bowl.
Speaking of UConn,
right,
since we're kind of free for all right now.
Mute him now.
Go for it.
Jim Mora. We've talked about him on the show before. I'm a fan. Why would you leave UConn to go to Colorado State?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
UConn has one of the biggest endowments for sports in the country. Now, a lot of it goes to basketball, but if you keep winning, I'm sure you could convince them to move that money to football.
Yeah, but they're third. First, UConn's not in the conference. That's what kind of kills it.
They're not.
Then, like,
they can join with Notre Dame when they come to the ACC.
They'll probably be in the ACC once Florida State and Clemson leaves in Miami. But
nobody's taking
Miami. Just me more in the SEC.
Just me more. But also, like, they're the third most important sports program on campus after the men's basketball team and the women's.
I agree. So, but they still have a lot more money to spend than Colorado State.
I mean, I thought he would have went to I think he might have jumped the gun too because some of these jobs didn't come available.
I think he might have jumped the gun.
But I think Tulane would probably been a better fit for him.
Tulane probably would have been. That's a good argument. I think Tulane would have been a good fit. But
they got more money and like a better recruiting base.
You've been in UConn for 4 seasons. Ever since your first year, you've just won. I mean, basically, like for UConn, anyway.
Yeah.
But I go to pick up a project like Colorado State. What they go 2-10 this year, I think, right?
Yeah, but they're in the Pac-12 now.
In 2 years?
No, next year.
It starts next year?
Yeah, it starts next year.
Oh, okay.
So it's
they're group of 5. That's no better than being independent.
Yeah, but you get better matchups. Like, you're gonna be playing Boise, you're gonna be playing San Diego State, Fresno. Like, you got not like giant.
UConn's independent. They can play whoever they want.
I think he just wanted to get back to the West Coast, closer to the West Coast. He is a West Coast guy.
Yeah.
Is he?
He's from Cal.
Yeah, also the taxes.
Okay.
He was, and the taxes in Connecticut are crazy.
See, Nick, that's what I need. I need cold, hard facts.
Man, the taxes in Connecticut are crazy.
That's probably true.
I mean,
that's probably crazy true.
Yeah. California. He was from Cali. Went to University.
Not that much different in Colorado, though.
They're probably high. But
I feel like Colorado's still
more ways than one.
After these guys just hijacked time, we're going to talk college football after 30 minutes being on
we just did. They are college football. It's not like we.
UConn plays college football.
Actual
not
game.
very well, but they do it.
First game.
Really, my intention of that was just to move us into the coaching carousel thing, but
no, that is an off-season topic.
Yeah, he got kicked out of there.
Off-season topic, sir. Well, first game, Friday night, 8 p.m. We have. Wait, what? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Oklahoma, Alabama.
My phone's giving me alerts.
We hear it. We hear it all.
Number 9 seed Alabama travels to Norman, Oklahoma to take on the Sooners. Oklahoma's a 1-point favorite, and this over/under is 41. Brian, Mr. Noah over here wants to lead. This is going to be interesting. Bama's pretty banged up in this game. Oklahoma's offense has been pretty sketchy all year.
Mm-hmm.
How you got this game going?
Honestly, I think this is one of the better college playoff first round matchups. These are probably two of the most evenly matched up teams. Alabama, whether it was Nick Saban or Kalen DeBoer, does not have a great history of repeat victory. Usually, if they beat you at one point during the season, they face you later. They usually lose. And honestly, with Alabama's offense, like you said, as banged up as it is, defense is probably what we're looking at here. And Alabama's defense has been very good, but not nearly as good as Oklahoma. And that's what Brent Venables is about, defense. They've been without their quarterback for 3-4 weeks already. They know that they can win based on their defense. I think Oklahoma's going to have to change a lot less in their game prep for this matchup than Alabama's going to have to. And I see Oklahoma coming out on top.
Okay. Go ahead, Buck.
So, Ryan, from my understanding, it made it seem like Alabama did lose to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
The regular
season. Shit, that's right.
It's
to Oklahoma. Oh.
Yeah, Oklahoma won that game.
That's still a repeat game. It
is, in fact, a repeat game, but I just wanted to clarify Oklahoma did beat them.
You're right.
And on that, love Brent Venables. really, really hope they're the ones that walk away with it all. Really hard to repeat. They just played this game a couple weeks ago. I guess it's been a month at this point, but it's so hard to win twice.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Alabama, we say they're banged up. I still think they probably have the better offense. Oklahoma's offense has not been there all year. They do have a great defense. Defense wins championships, but I'm going to go back on the part of it is hard to repeat. And my easy pick is to take the under. That's my easy pick. But I would take Alabama. Just because it's hard to repeat, no matter if you played them, at the beginning of the year or now.
That first game was in Alabama, right?
No, it was in Norman as well.
It was in Norman too? Okay.
Yeah.
I think, without question, the under is like the go-to in this game. This is like maybe a 17-10 game.
It's almost too easy. It makes me want to take the over, though.
Yes. Yeah, be my luck just going at it. It'll be like a couple pick sixes happen. Alabama does have some injuries. They are get some players back. Jam Miller, who's been pretty much in and out of the lineup all season. He's supposed to be a go, so we see if he can be effective because Alabama's run game has been pretty non-existent.
It's been bad for them.
Ty Simpson's pretty banged up himself. Of course, he's gonna be a go. But his health is going to be tough because if he's like, Oklahoma's going to bring that pressure. And so if the offensive line can't hold up, will his injury play a factor in maybe potentially some bad throws, overthrows or something? They could possibly lead to turnovers. I think one thing that's lost in that first game that even though Oklahoma won the game, Bama outgained them almost like 400 yards to like 250. So,
that was turnovers too.
Yeah, turnovers. That was pretty much turnovers assigned that game. If Alabama can keep it clean, I think they should win. But I don't know, man. Brent Venables at home. If they can get like just a little something or just do something that's a little different with their offense, like I really do like this Oklahoma defense against them. But like, the Oklahoma defense has been shredded against like quality teams, at least quality offenses. So, but I'm gonna lean toward Bama. Probably winning outright, absolutely. Which I don't want to pick them, but
I didn't either. Boomer
sooner. Roll Tide, baby. All right, well, we're gonna move on to our next matchup. We have a SEC ACC matchup. Miami making their first college football playoff appearance, traveling over to Texas, called College Station, to take on Texas A&M, who's also making their first playoff appearance. Texas A&M is a 3-point favorite in this. Miami, I guess, is finally getting some justification to spend the money on on quarterback in the transfer portal finally come to fruition, even though they had some assistance by Jim Phillips. But me with you. And this is probably like, to me, the most wild card game of all the games in this first round, because I mean, Ryan's already shaking his head, but don't listen to Ryan. He don't even know how to understand how to play.
Maybe I'd understand the system if it was good.
God, but stuff like, how you see the QB playing this going, Ryan? Then not Ryan, Matt.
So these are two teams that are really hard to get a feel of. I don't know what teams are going to show up, and that's the hard thing. Miami, we've seen, win those hard games against Miami or Notre Dame, and then we've seen them come out flat and lose to teams they shouldn't. Texas A&M also went down 30-3, South Carolina at home, and had to, fight that entire second half to come back and win that one. So it's really hard to pick on this one just because I don't know who's going to show up. I would hope that both teams show up just because it's a playoff for the national title. But, Carson Beck, his history of quarterback play is not great, in big games. And then you have Marcel, who also, is if he's cold, man, it's over because he is either just tearing apart a defense or he's struggling. This is one I don't want to bet on, just because I don't know. It's going to be an even matchup. I guess if I had to pick one, I would take Texas A&M only because they're at home, and there's no limit of what the Colt would do for a win.
How about Ryan?
Well, when you look at the two teams together, there's one thing that pops up, at least to me, between these two. And that's when Miami's playing a good defense, what really helps them win is their ability to force turnovers against the offense. The only problem with that is Texas A&M really does not turn the ball over. Not the way that Miami's used to taking advantage of. The two losses they did have, Miami anyways, were against Louisville and SMU, two teams who did very well taking care of the ball this year. Louisville's quarterback only threw 5 interceptions, 27 touchdowns, and they barely fumbled the ball. Meanwhile, SMU, they might have had a few more interceptions, but when they ran the ball, they almost never let it go. Texas A&M does not turn the ball over a bunch. You had the Arkansas game where they had 3, and that led to a 45-42. And you had the South Carolina game where I think they had 5. But other than that, they really did not allow the ball out of their possession a whole bunch. And Texas A&M's defense is much better than Miami's offense, if you ask me. Mike Elko is probably one of the best right now at second half turnaround. They've had a few games where they were down going into halftime and then still came out with the win. And I think that speaks about him as a coach in general. Whereas Cristobal, whether it was Oregon or now in Miami, he doesn't seem to come out as strong in the second half. And his adjustments don't seem to make as much difference. And so if you got two teams that, like you said, it feels like a wild card game. Two teams that seem kind of unpredictable. Go with the predictable factor, and that's in both cases the coach. That Elko performs in the second half, he makes the right adjustments, and they come out with a victory. And that Cristobal chokes. So if you're asking me, I'm taking Texas A&M in this game, and it's just because of Mike Elko.
This is a ACC podcast. Y'all both chose the SEC team. The disrespect. Now, this is coming as for a pretty big Florida State fan.
Oh, I was waiting for the Florida State fan to pull for Miami.
Florida State fan over here. But I'm going to be impartial. I'm taking.
That ain't even what it's about for me, but I will never pull for Miami.
I'm taking my fandom out of it. I'm just going to make a football play. this game really comes down to really two things, I guess. The first one is which offensive line can block the other team's defensive line.
Texas A&M.
And I think Miami offensive line is way better than is probably one of the best offensive lines in the playoff. And that sounds insane, but if you actually watch them, they're pretty good. And Bain from Miami is a problem. And I'm telling you, man, if Marcel Reed plays like he did against South Carolina, like there's no chance. Like Matt kind of hit it on the head. Like I don't trust Marcel Reed. Like I trust Carson Beck more so than I trust Marcel Reed. Now you can make the counter, like Ryan can make the counter that he can trust Mike Elko over Mario Cristobal. So could that be the balance? Maybe, but I'm gonna go with Miami on this.
So I'm gonna bring up a quick stats really quick.
Go for it.
Marcel Reed, 25 touchdowns. Carson Beck, 25. Both have 10 picks on the year. Beck has 3,072 yards. Marcel Reed, 29-32. So pretty even across the board there.
Close.
Here's where it gets fun. The quarterback rating against top 25 teams. Marcel Reed, 134. Completion percentage against those teams, 58. Passing yards versus them, 963. Solid numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Carson Beck versus AP top 25. Rating 182.5. Yes, 182. Completion rate 75.4.
Okay.
Passing yards versus them 1,053.
Diamonds are built under pressure, I guess.
I'm not a big Carson Beck fan. I think Marcel Reed also uses his legs a little bit more, because I think that does help there. But those are just some quick ratings I saw versus the AP top 25 that kind of stuck out.
And let's not forget, with one arm coming back to hand that ball over in the SEC championship game last year, this man performs under pressure. Carson Beck giving him. They go to College Station, get the dub, man. If I'm making a betting play on this, it's Miami to cover, obviously. I think the over would be, 48. I think this game can be like 28, 24, something like that.
Yeah.
4.
Take the over in that.
4.
Reed does have 466 yards rushing as well with 6 TDs. I'm willing to bet Carson Beck does not have near that.
Hey, man. He runs when he needs to, you know?
No, he doesn't. He runs to the sideline.
Hey, man, I like to get hit, man. You know, pretty boy. He got that girl. Take care of him.
He's got a pretty girl. Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, Tate has 39 yards. Not Tate. Beck has 39 yards rushing on the season.
Yeah, right, dog. That's at least 1 yard a game.
It's a solid 3-yard average.
Solid, dog. That's that's a third of a first down. Well, we'll keep moving. We got massive. We got Ole Miss hosting their first playoff game ever. We got a lot of first-time participants in this playoff. Tulane traveling down to Ole Miss. Rematch. It was not a close game, the first one. I don't remember the score is.
I don't expect it to be again.
Yeah. Tulane is a 17-point underdog in this. Interesting thing about this game that both coaches are going to take over. Well, I guess the DC for Ole Miss. Pete, what was his last name?
Golden.
Something aggressive. I look up. Take over for Ole Miss as head coach. As after being the DC, John Summerall is going to be coaching Tulane before he heads over to Florida. Matt, I'd like to take lead on this. Is there any way that Tulane can make this a game?
No. Next question. The regular season game was 45-10. I don't really have any interest in this.
That's in the past, bro.
It was in the past, as in earlier this season.
Oh, Tulane's a new team, man.
Your Tulane is not here. He's going to Florida. I mean, their head coach for next year, coaching them. Lane's not there. This game's already been played. It's at Ole Miss again. Yeah, I'm good.
I have
So excited for the playoffs.
Oh God. Well, go ahead, Ryan. Take the lead.
Copy and paste.
Oh my God, you guys, what?
It was 45-10. You can't get me
Dude,
excited.
that was
for
the
this.
first game of the season.
And Tulane has already had 12 players enter the transfer portal, which means they're not going to participate in the bowl game. All of whom are starters.
Tulane also scored a garbage time touchdown in the fourth quarter, just to make that.
I would love this to be a game. I would absolutely like to see an upset by Tulane, but those Ole Miss players, they have not had they've had virtually nobody declare for the transfer portal or the draft yet. Ole Miss, I think they got a chip on their shoulder. I think they're a little peeved that their coach is leaving, and I think they want to beat the tar out of somebody.
The disrespect, all the boys down in Louisiana.
Tulane had 104 yards passing the first game.
That's
Ole Miss had 307. And 241 yards rushing. I can only imagine how much of those were backups.
I would take Ole Miss if the spread was 27.5.
I don't know, man. I think they might be traumatized. Like Lane's not there anymore. This is a different team, you know. Different philosophy.
7 players run the ball that game. 7. The walk-ons got carries, Nick.
I'm going with the over 57. Gosh, trying to.
They had 8 players.
And Ole Miss is going to score all of those points.
I'm trying to sell. I think Tulane. Hey, the green wave. I believe in the wave. Everybody keeps talking about the red wave and the blue wave and all these politics. The green wave is where it's at. Because we love money. And Tulane, I believe y'all will cash up. You have a fan here down here, dog.
And you said that was the first game of the season. That was the 4th game of the year.
Was there 4th?
Yeah, they were 3-1 after that.
The real green wave is in Myrtle Beach, and it's been designated a contamination.
4. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Y'all need to see that.
So 45-3 in the fourth quarters. I don't have much hope.
I wish I did. I like that Tulane got into the playoffs. I would have loved to see them play Miami. I think that would have been a better game. Yeah. But Ole Miss, I think, is going to take them out to the woodshed and beat them with a rubber hose.
Again.
I said rematches were hard to win, but when it was that big of a blowout, I don't believe. Close game, yeah.
Well, you heard first, guys. They don't have faith for this. Is a Ole Miss hottie toddy over here.
That's a good idea. I'm going to go make a hottie toddy.
Toddy over here.
No, he seriously might leave.
Ryan out here trying to cook. Well, final playoff game of the weekend. We have James Madison, number 24. Your last participant in the playoff, getting in. Traveling, I don't know how far. That's probably pushing what, Brad, 3,000 miles?
Yeah. Yep.
Traveling to Eugene, Oregon to take on the Ducks. Oregon is a 19.5 point favorite. Over it's 47.5. Oregon does come in this game pretty banged up. So I'm not sure. I guess I'll probably find out at least by tomorrow what players are actually going to play in this game. We'll leave it Matt again since he has some hot takes on these playoff games. We have the Dukes or the Ducks.
Yeah. Another barn burner. No. Another early night for Matt. It looks like for James Madison in Oregon. Not going to be overly entertained, I don't think, here. I just don't think Oregon is going to take it easy on James Madison. I don't think they have the speed to keep up with a Power 4 program like this. This is the fun part of the playoffs now, I guess, when everybody's getting the small teams in. Yeah, it's fun. It's cute. But I'd prefer to only get one in. I have zero interest in this. I think I'll be asleep before halftime.
All right, fair enough.
I know it makes for a terrible podcast, but I can't talk up a 12-1 James Madison.
12-1 the Dukes, man.
Who did they lose to?
Louisville.
Okay, so Louisville, Louisville, that team in the ACC.
Hey, Louisville beat Miami.
They beat Miami. They lost 28-14 to Louisville.
Louisville beat 2 playoff teams.
It was the only game they played against a Power 4 team.
Hey, they were winning the game in the third quarter.
Well, that almost gets you something, I guess.
Participation.
Because they lost by 14.
Well, how about you, Ryan? Any quick thoughts of the game?
I actually disagree. I think this will be the game that you were hoping for, Nick. I think this is the game you were hoping for between Tulane and Ole Miss. Oregon has struggled against teams they're expected to beat. Whether it was Wisconsin, who they only scored 21 points against, one of the worst teams in the Big Ten. Northwestern, who saved 2 final touchdowns in the last 5 minutes, kept in the game with Oregon the entire time. Oregon is probably the most susceptible to an upset in the playoff round, in this first round of playoff
Alabama
games.
Beating Oklahoma is the highest, in my opinion.
And that's fair. I wouldn't argue that. But I think James Madison, severe underdog, 19, what is it, 17 and a half, 19 and a half? 19?
Yeah.
It's quite a spread. And Oregon is playing at home, but James Madison, even losing their coach, I don't know. They have nobody declared for the portal yet. They haven't had anybody declared for the draft. That team really wants to play. I at least think they make this interesting. Maybe don't pull off the win, but I think James Madison could actually make this a competitive game. I expect
you
something.
believe in James Madison, or you just don't believe in Oregon?
It's more that I don't believe in Oregon.
Okay.
I'll admit it's more that I don't believe in Oregon.
I don't disagree. Your only Power 4 game was against a middle-of-the-road ACC team, and you lost by 2 scores. Mm-hmm. You're going against, a top 10 team. At Oregon.
Yeah, it's definitely more about that Oregon seems to stumble when they think they're going to win. And
I also trust Dan Lanning a lot.
I don't trust Dan Lanning.
I trust Dan Lanning a lot.
I trust Dan Lanning just about an iota more than I trust Mario Cristobal.
No, I trust Lanning way more than Mario.
No, I trust Lanning, way more than Mario.
Way more.
That makes 2 of us, I guess. But
yeah, that's 2 or 3 again. God, it's always good to be on the right side. I'm like, Nick's playoff idea was terrible, or bowl time.
I'll say, one note about James Madison. I did watch that Troy conference championship game. They're pretty beat up on the offensive line. I think they're on like their second, third stringers.
And that would be a problem if we knew Oregon as a pass rushing team, but we don't. They're big in the backfield. They're a big D-back team. That's their biggest strength on defense. And James Madison is a big running team with big backs. We're not talking about your typical Pac-12 backs like Oregon's usually used to playing. Like, we're talking, these guys are some hosses. This is North Carolina. This is the South. We got some Ohio State caliber size guys here. Cornbread.
Troy kept them in check till like the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter watching that game. But I will say, to keep this in mind, that
James Madison's located in Virginia, Ryan, just so you know.
Close enough. It's almost the same. It's basically the same state.
Yeah, best team in Virginia. One Virginia team that can make the playoff. No shots to Charlottesville. But one note I will say about them that I think some people can't overlook, there is another team in the playoff that has had a bunch of James Madison players, and right now they're the number 1 team in the country. So I'm just saying, I feel pretty comfortable that James Madison will cover 19.5. I think Oregon, not that Oregon won't ever feel like they'll lose the game, but I don't think they're going to propel to the medal. I think they're just going to do enough to get the win.
I think it's at least a 2-score game.
Yeah, I'll say 14.
I'd say under. I'd say 10.
I'd say 10-14 is two scores.
Yeah.
I don't think Oregon's
10, 2 scores. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll agree with that.
I don't think
Oregon's. I think it's going to be a closer game than we expect.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be a surefire win. I think this is probably going to be the biggest sweat test of the first round.
I
don't think that.
Because who? Ole Miss and Tulane, and who's your other one? I think it's Texas A&M. Miami would be your bigger sweat test.
I'll reiterate my point before. I think Texas A&M's got this one more in the bag.
Oklahoma, Alabama. I just think those are better.
That's not a sweat test. You know that's going to be a difficult game. They both know that's going to be hard.
I get it. I don't think these two aren't nearly as exciting, which is disappointing.
And I think James Madison will make a game out of it.
Just for curiosity purposes, I went with them. What's the outright odds for James Madison? Let's look. So plus 1,200. That's not bad.
It's not good.
Not good.
I'd take it.
That game is now at a 21-point spread. Is that what I just saw?
The best odds for them was 21. It opened at 21.5.
Yeah,
and hey, look, Tulane's plus 625. So I'm just saying, the people, the pros.
That's just because people are thinking Lane's gone. Ole Miss is going to struggle.
Also, people are bad at gambling. That's why the house always wins.
Exhibit A, Ryan.
Hello.
Just saying, man.
Hey, I'm just saying. I'm the 2-time record holder here. You know, out of 3 years, how many have you won?
4. Statistics don't matter.
All right. Well, besides the playoff games, I guess I didn't type a banner for it, but is there any other games in the bowl season that you think are intriguing? Matt, let's start for this one.
Let me just take a real quick look through the bowl schedule. I mean, there's some.
The obvious one's part of Texas.
I know what you're setting up to do. And I'm going to stop you right now.
I'm not going to say
Clemson to a bowl game. Okay, we could have gone. We decided not to.
Yeah, 5-7. You guys did get invited, but so did Auburn.
We did get in. We got invited first.
I hope that makes y'all feel so much better.
It does.
Number 1, baby.
Yeah, you're the first loser.
Damn right.
Y'all were the first team.
Damn right. Every day, damn right.
Yeah, the number 1 team in the NIT is Florida State.
Hey, first is still first, baby.
Yeah.
You went first. A championship the other night.
You know, Arizona State Duke I did like until Leavitt's gone. So that kind of takes some of that away from me. Michigan, Texas should be interesting. I do like Texas more, mainly because of Arch. I don't trust Underwood yet. Clemson, Penn State's the bowl of disappointment teams. I'm going to watch them.
Yeah. Sadly, yeah.
Just because.
New York, man, playing Yankee Stadium.
If I just don't want to go to New York.
Who would?
Iowa Vandy's pretty good too.
Yeah, I did enjoy that one. Virginia, Missouri would have been good, but Missouri's
that could be interesting. Yeah,
he just transferred. They don't have a quarterback. Prubel just transferred. He's in the portal. North Texas. I don't know if was it Messmaker.
He's out. He's in the portal.
Yeah. So I mean, it's so hard to even get excited for any of these games. I mean, Southern Cal, TCU. I guess their quarterbacks are probably still there.
Yep. Tennessee, Illinois might be good.
Nebraska. Oh wait, their quarterback's gone.
Yeah.
It's just you pick a team, the quarterback's gone, so you're like, I don't know. Wake Forest and Mississippi State. That's the one that gets me most excited. I guess their whole team should be there.
BYU, Georgia Tech.
That's an interesting game. I mean, until Haynes King or the running back Haynes decide they're going to declare for the draft and not play.
The King's already announced he's going to play.
Well, there's one. I do enjoy that game. I do think both of those originally probably were going to be in the playoff just a couple of weeks back.
Yep.
So, the Pop-Tarts Bowl, I want to know what flavor the Pop-Tart is too.
Yeah.
So that'll probably be the one I would watch outside of Clemson and Penn State.
I saw that the trophy in that game was actually a toaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
well, they cook a giant Pop-Tart every year.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be a fun game. Just
I'm
go
not
there.
And first of all, that's the bowl game Nick wanted to get rid of.
I would stick around just to eat some of that giant Pop-Tart. Honestly,
I'm not even entering the portal or declaring.
That'd be a good preseason game.
I mean, I'll probably watch that more than I will Tulane Ole Miss, which will be over in the first quarter. Get that eggnog.
What eggnog?
That's just straight bourbon.
Isn't all eggnog straight bourbon?
With a splash of flavor. Yeah, I mean those are my favorite ones. Obviously, like I said, there'd be more, but everybody's in the portal.
Yeah, for everyone that. I'll give a quick shout out to Coastal. I think, if you listen to this now, take that +9. I think St. Clair's going to go down to Shreveport and hit the casinos for a little bit, then go ball out on the field.
And, shout out to them not having to go to the Myrtle Beach Bowl again.
I'm not gonna lie. I actually am interested in watching Pitt play Eastern Carolina. I thought Pitt underperformed this year. Eastern Carolina overperformed. I think that could be a good game.
Is the quarterback for Pitt back though? He was out.
I don't know.
Sometime.
I think he's still out.
Yeah. So
the East Carolina quarterback transferred.
Yeah. I mean,
transfer board once again.
I need a list of games that don't have.
If you're listening, we need y'all just to move the transfer portal back a little bit.
Move in January, at least.
Yeah, let's not switch schools during regular year. Semester year. Let's wait till after.
I don't know. Transfer portal, it's all chaos. They got to do something different because it's a glorified free agency.
Yeah.
Well, there are rules in plan to be implemented. They do in plan to put a GPA requirement on transferring.
Yeah. In the year 2090?
Yeah. I mean, it's like 2033 or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations. My daughter will be almost in college by then.
But I mean, it's something. It's something.
Hey, she might be in transfer portal.
She needs to be. We need some money. Title IX, baby. Come on, Title IX. Need some NIL money. App State, Georgia Southern. That was one that interests me. That was what the bowl game that Florida State got invited to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking it was. That's an interesting one just because that's a conference game, isn't it?
Yeah, they agreed
just
to
played a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that's actually there's a big rivalry between those two. But they're down to play at Birmingham. So.
I've been to that. Is that the Papa John's Birmingham Bowl?
Yeah.
God,
yes, it is indeed.
I went when they played South Carolina played UConn with a bunch of Carolina fans, and all I remember was
I heard that game.
The house every
2009, 20-6. There was no reason South Carolina should have lost that game.
Oh, but it was funny because the UConn fans were chanting "Beat the traffic." They were a football player powerhouse in 2000. Beat the traffic. I was wow, UConn.
Okay. Now I heard the piece was all cold that game too.
It was like 30 degrees that day.
It was like a record low for that year in Birmingham.
Yeah, it was a nasty day for sure.
UConn didn't even want to beat there. They had just gotten the tar beaten out of them the year before by Oklahoma in the Tostitos Bowl.
Yeah, so that was a very interesting game. Very interesting.
Is it warm all of a sudden, or is it just me?
I think that's the eggnog.
That's the eggnog kicking.
Minus the eggnog.
With that being said, guys, you have any last thoughts before you get out of here?
Yeah, shout out to Jacoby and his vibes.
Shout out to Jacoby.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, actually. Man, I don't even see it. Got my vibe shirt.
I knew I got to enter the transfer portal for podcast or something. I can't have vibes T-shirts now.
I will be staying at least one more year.
That's good. He always makes the wrong decisions.
You gotta see Mike Norvell through, man.
No, you won't. You'll be fired.
Speaking of the transfer portal in Florida State, Kromenhawk is on his way out again.
Is he?
Yeah, leaving Mississippi State after being designated the fourth string quarterback.
Is he coming home?
No.
Y'all do need a quarterback again. I don't know.
I don't think we do.
Was he the starter at the beginning of the year?
No.
Damn it. I was thinking y'all needed somebody that got benched middle of the year again.
No, it was going to be Sperry until Castellanos.
Yeah. Didn't Sperry transfer?
No, Sperry's going to stay.
He said he's going to stay. They have interest in the quarterback from Old Dominion, from what I've been hearing.
Thompson, and the thing is, Thompson had a good year.
Yeah.
I don't think Thompson has the same capability that Castellanos had to
not very much.
Yeah.
Outplay Sperry or even Glenn, honestly.
But what worries me, if I was a Florida State fan, if Castellanos was that much better than Sperry, where you didn't really play him that much, how bad is Sperry?
Well, Sperry was a true freshman.
Yeah, I don't care. What do I care?
I do.
I just think
you went 5-7. Let him play.
True freshman playing against Alabama.
He's 5-7. Okay.
The last time we had a true freshman play against freshman play against Alabama, he missed the season.
Through the 6 games, you knew you weren't going to a playoff game, or you knew you weren't going to have like a bowl game.
I didn't know that till the last week.
Yeah, you knew that like 2 weeks ago when we in the group chat. Or it might have been Nick that was all negative.
No, that was me. I knew
that was definitely Nick.
But I mean,
that was right.
Okay, congratulations. At 6-6, you get invited to the Papa John's Birmingham Bowl. Start your fucking freshman.
Well, they redshirted him.
Who cares? He can leave as a sophomore redshirt now. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Freshman.
Yeah. Saved the red.
I did think the same thing. I like worst case. Let's see what you have.
I mean, I wanted Clemson to play Virginia more, or hell, even Denson.
Yeah, just to see what you got.
Florida State, they got way more question marks at quarterback and offensive line than they do at quarterback right now.
Clemson has questions all across the board.
That's how we Florida State's defense, they lost like 5 stars.
I mean, they didn't
stars. No. They lost Rawls. All right, let's not say stars. They're keeping their whole D line, which was their best part of the defensive side last year.
Florida State.
Yeah.
Outside of the freshmen, like James Williams was trash.
Yeah, the Desir twins were great.
They were great for freshmen.
Farmer was solid. Farmer did what you needed him to do. Yeah. He was a true nose tackle. I mean, stars. No, yeah. Now you made me forget. Yeah, the losing the corner. That hurts.
Yeah. Joseph.
Yeah, well, Joseph and
what's that guy? Wilson.
Yeah, Wilson. Yeah, those two hurt, but we're losing 3 linebackers, and honestly, we only needed 1 last year because all of our linebackers were trash.
Yeah,
we should have played 4 safeties instead.
Yeah, our linebackers been trash since after 23 team. Last 2 years have been horrible. All right, we'll save that. We're gonna have a great game. Hopefully, a great 4 games of college playoff for the weekend. Thursday night game tonight, Seattle and the Rams. For everybody that's in fantasy football playoffs, your boy. Second round, both leagues. Let's go. Hope you ball out. Catch us. Maybe I gotta figure out. Christmas is next week. So
yeah, we'll find out 30 minutes before, and we'll let you know.
30 minutes before, I'll let you know. Hell, stay tuned. You know, I'll send a text to everybody, include the followers. With that being said, guys, this is the Dual Threat Podcast. I'm your host, Nick. This is Buck. This is Davies. We are outside. Go Nose.
Go Nose, baby. Next year's national champions.
Jacob, we were supposed to go live for the Hawaii Bowl. F you, dude.
Yeah.
One job.
As usual, you let us down.
You let the whole team down, bro.
Just terrible vibes. Terrible vibes.
I better get a Chick-fil-A gift card.
He's always got the worst vibes.
Worst vibes. No vibes.
No vibes.
No vibes. All right, fellas.
If he didn't have bad vibes, he would have no bad. You would have no vibes.
Yeah, all the horror vibes.